Good morning, students. Hope you will fine. Last time we have discussed the various pigments which are used in the process of photosynthesis. We have discussed the chlorophyll. We have discussed the carotenoids. We have discussed the phycobilins. Now, today we will discuss the site of photosynthesis, where this process of photosynthesis takes place. As we know, in our lower class or in our elementary classes, we are well aware that the process leaf, अगर हम बात करेंगे, leaf is regarded as a small factory because this is considered that this is the place where we will see the whole process of photosynthesis takes place. So this leaf, it is considered as the factory. Why it is called as a factory? Because the whole process of photosynthesis takes place. Now, if we draw the internal structure of this leaf, actually what happens there, so this is the upper epidermis, and this upper epidermis, it is surrounded by, it is covered by one more layer which is called as the cuticle, thick layer, and this thick layer is waxy in nature. This is the lower epidermis, and this lower epidermis is here and there interrupted by means of small pore-like structures, and these pore-like structures are called as what we call as stomata. Inside this, between these two layers, that is the upper epidermis and lower epidermis, there are the parenchymatous cells, which are called as the what we call as the mesophyll cells. And there are two different types of the mesophyll cells, and the main difference between these two types of mesophyll cells, that is they differ in their arrangement. On the upper epidermis, these mesophyll cells, they are compactly arranged and they are somewhat cylindrical in shape. They are compactly arranged and they are somewhat cylindrical in shape. Now, on the lower side, अगर हम बात कर लेंगे, there are these what we call as the mesophyll cells, which are somewhat loosely arranged, and they are circular in shape like this, and these are called as spongy cells. Now, in between here, what we will see there, there may be this, what we call as the vascular bundle. Here, this may be the vascular bundle. This structure, it may be the vascular bundle. I will simply write here vascular bundle. So, what is this? If we label this, this is the cuticle. What is this? This is the upper epidermis. What is this? This whole structure की अगर हम बात कर लेंगे, it is the mesophyll cells. What is this? This is the lower epidermis. And what is this? These gaps which I have left here, these are the stomata. These are the stomata. Now, when I take one mesophyll cell, there are one mesophyll cells. If I took this one mesophyll cell, now I will draw like this. I will take one mesophyll cell. Let it be the one mesophyll cell, typical mesophyll cell. So what we will see inside this mesophyll cell, what we will see, this will be the vacuole. Now, what will be this? This will be the nucleus again. Now, what will be this? This will be the chloroplast. This oval shaped structure. Sorry, I will make it by the another pen. Let this be chloroplast. So, this is the mesophyll cell. Now, what is this? This is the nucleus. What is this? This is the chloroplast. And what is this? This is the vacuole. The typical cell. हमारे पास जो typical plant cell होती है, like that. Now, if we proceed further, if we draw the structure of this chloroplast, which is considered as the, which is not considered, which is the site of photosynthesis, let us draw this diagram, chloroplast की diagram. Now, this chloroplast, अगर हम typical chloroplast की बात करेंगे, it is the oval shaped structure. It is the oval shaped structure. Now, it is a double membrane structure. Outer membrane and inner membrane. So this inner मैंने बनाई, it is the inner membrane. I have drawn this by means of this red color in order to make it. So this, now this, what we'll call as this, we have got two membranes. This is the outer membrane, this is the inner membrane, and what we will see, and it is filled by a jelly-like structure material which is known as stroma. So we will see this organelle, जो अगर हम इसकी बात कर लेंगे, this chloroplast, it is filled by this jelly-like, like this. This is the stroma. This is stroma. Again, and in this stroma, what we will see, there are membranes which are stacked over each other to form a structure called granum. Now, how these structures look like, let us see. These membranes, they are stacked over one another like this, and this whole structure, अगर हम बात कर लेंगे, it is called as granum. Now, this is the granum, this whole structure, and one such structure, this uppermost part, जिसका एक है, this part, this is called as thylakoid. This is called as thylakoid. Now, grana are interconnected with each other. वो अपने आप से भी वो, what we will see, they are interconnected with each other like this. They are even interconnected with this outer membrane, in this inner membrane like this. They are interconnected with one another. They are interconnected, what we called as this inner membrane, and this inner membrane, what we call as this, these are called as, these structures, these are called as stroma membranes. Stroma membranes. Now, what we will see, these chloroplast, it has got its own circular DNA. Let it be, it is DNA. It has got its own DNA, and it also has got its own nucleus, is what we call as a ribosome. So let these green dots, they represent the ribosomes. So These dots, they represent the ribosomes. So this is somewhat typical structure of the chloroplast. Now, on the thylakoid membrane, very good, if we draw the structure of one thylakoid, again let us move now upwards. On the thylakoid membrane, what we will see, if we draw the structure like this, this is thylakoid, this is a membrane. What we will see on this thylakoid membrane, what we will see are present the pigments, and these pigments, what we call, these are the chlorophyll. On this, these green dotted structures, these are the chlorophyll. So here I will see these dot like structure, these means these are what we call as chlorophyll. Now, we know that the whole process of this photosynthesis, it takes place in two parts. This whole process of this photosynthesis, it takes place in two reactions. One reaction is called as light reaction, and second one reaction that takes place is called as dark reaction. This light reaction अगर हम बात कर लेंगे, it takes place in thylakoids, while as this dark reaction, it takes place in stroma. Now, this light reaction की अगर हम बात कर लेंगे, it is also called as photophosphorylation, and there are two main types. एक को हम बोलते हैं cyclic photophosphorylation and दूसरे को हम बोलते हैं non-cyclic photophosphorylation. This is also called as Calvin cycle, or it is also called as C3 cycle. Now, it mainly happens, what we see, we have got a C4 plants. इसमें अगर हम बात कर लेंगे C4 plants, we will see जो chloroplast जो होते हैं, we will see dimorphic chloroplasts. Dimorphic chloroplasts. So when we see this is called as the granule. This is called as granule, one type, and another one is the agranule. So what we will see, जो light reaction है, it mainly takes place here in the thylakoids. So here we will see light reaction जो है, it takes place. Light reaction. What is this purpose of the C4 plant or dimorphic chloroplasts? We will discuss them when we proceed further. While as जो हम बात कर लेंगे यहाँ पर in stroma, what we will see, this dark reaction जो हमारे पास है, it takes place. So this was all about the site of this photosynthesis, what actually it takes place. Where this, we know that this whole process of photosynthesis, it takes place in two parts, light and dark. Where this light reaction takes place, where this dark reaction, what is the actual mechanism of this light reaction, we will proceed, we will discuss it in future videos. But here we have to give simply the description of this, what we called as where this whole process of photosynthesis takes place. This is all for today's video. In the next video, we will proceed further. Until then, goodbye. God bless you. Thanks.